Welcome to the top of the bleachers for Tuesday night hoops in the Zeal. The Oswego State Lakers taking on the Oneonta Red Dragons. I'm Parker Voris. Alongside me, Logan Weingartner. And Logan, we have a great SUNY matchup between the Red Dragons and the Oswego State Lakers. On paper, what strikes you between these two teams?
Yeah, I just think when you look up and down the roster, something intriguing to me is both teams really possess the same amount of size. So you can expect them to get down low in the paint with physicality. Again, both teams really equal in physicality. Expect Deacon Judd to thrive within the paint for the Lakers. And for the Oneonta Red Dragons, they operate off of several beneficiaries. Lakers, again, such a good scoring offense. First in the SUNY, 84 points per game, but Oneonta trails by only about 8 at 74 points per game. So, Parker, I am ever so hyped for this one, and I can really expect it to go down the wire.
Yeah, this game is going to be a good one. The Lakers and Oneonta have already played each other this season. The Lakers won that matchup against Oneonta on the road, 83-62. Deacon Judd had 27. And speaking of Deacon Judd, Logan, you were on the call last time against Canton, where Deacon Judd had a monster game, a career-high 33 points for the reigning SUNY Player of the Year. He's averaging 20.3 points per game, which is second in the SUNY, 8.6 rebounds, which is second in the SUNY as well. He's just been a monster for this Oswego State Lakers squad.
Yeah, Deacon last year, SUNY Rookie of the Year, and this one, you have to think he's making his run for SUNY Player of the Year. Again, that last game you mentioned against Canton, as a whole, the Oswego State Lakers got off to a slow start, but then Deacon really kickstarted the offensive attack. He thrived in the paint, started making shots, started crashing the glass more than ever, again, to eclipse a season high of 33 points. So again, Deacon, that centralized offensive engine for the Lakers, the team works through him. Expect that narrative really to be nothing short of it this game.
Yeah, absolutely. As we get starting lineups on their way, something that we got told before the game, Logan, some breaking news. Number one, Freddie Fowler will not be playing today. Was in street clothes in warm-ups. We've been told that number 5, Jaden Watkins, a sophomore 5'11 guard from Elmont, New York, will be getting the start today. And Logan, what do you think about Coach Leone starting Jaden Watkins instead of maybe someone like Jason McGee, or you could even go with White Luciano?
Yeah, both McGee and Luciano are experienced pieces of this team. They can score at a lot of levels, but I think Watkins, it's unfortunate that Fowler is out because he's a good offensive piece, connects the team, but really good defensive piece too. That's where his strengths lie. Really gritty defender. But as you said, who the Lakers are subbing in with Leone, I think even with McGee out, he can still make an impact off the bench. Same with White Luciano, who is a good three-point shooter. Watkins, a sophomore, going to need to stand the test, become a more centralized offensive piece with just nearly 3 points per game this season.
As we have starting lineups have been named, as the Lakers get in their huddle, Jaden Watkins swirling around with a camera person in the midst of all of that. That's going to be a great shot to see when that comes out. But the Lakers versus the Red Dragons, starting lineups have been named. For the opposing Oneonta Red Dragons, starting will be number 14, senior 6'1", Delano Knox, number 15, Sam Booth, the sophomore, number 21, junior Hobson Hurley, number 23, Cam LeClaire, and number 27, Nicholas Cortez, the 5'7" guard. And for the Lakers, it's the same four of Arthur Foster, number 4, number 10, Gary McLean, number 12, Stephen Bradley, and number 22, Deacon Judd, and number 5, Jaden Watkins, getting the start today for the injured Freddie Fowler. The Lakers in all yellow, and the Oneonta Red Dragons in their all black. Tip-off in the middle. And it's underway. It's won by Deacon Judd. The Lakers win the tip, and they start with possession. Deacon Judd looking to go to work early. He'll dish it out to Watkins. Watkins in the corner, McLean. He'll try a three. No good. Long rebound to the Red Dragons. Cortez pushing it up to Booth and finishes at the rim as Arthur falls on top of him. And Sam Booth with a finish through a lot of contact to get the scoring started for the Red Dragons.
Yeah, Oneonta setting the tone early. A very physical lay from Booth. Again, as I said, the Oneonta team with a lot of size and physicality already displaying it. Very great tenacity by Booth there.
Booth at the free throw line, gets it to go. And Oneonta up with an early lead, 3-0. Oneonta in a press against the Lakers. Foster will have it. Oneonta backs off. Trying to get inside the Judd. They'll go over, and Judd can't finish, gets his own rebound, goes back up with it, and gets the scoring starter for the Lakers. Deacon Judd starting just where he left off against SUNY Canton.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate for Oneonta. They didn't close out, letting Judd get the rebound. That's where he thrives.
And Cortez inside, the 5'7" guard, gets that bucket to fall. He went viral as he had 19 points against UAlbany, which is a Division I school. And people saw it, 5'7" guard able to do this, and he's been a very solid piece for this Red Dragons team. As it's Knox who turns it over, now it's Cortez with it. Nice move, pull-up J is no good, rebounded by Foster.
Good ball handling there by Cortez at 12 points per game. Even if he missed that, expect him to be a weapon.
Watkins in the starting lineup today, all the way to the cup for the finish, gets his first points of the game.
Yeah, and just a really defensive breakdown by Oneonta there. Allowed Watkins to walk down Broadway. Really no defenders on him and just put that through.
Good defense by the Lakers. Oneonta with about 12 in the shot clock. That shot is up and no good by Knox. Great defense there. McLean got hit in the eyes. He's holding that right eye. A little sluggish there, but he looks to be okay. They'll go over to McLean. Hands it off to Foster. 11 on the shot clock. Foster backing down Booth. He'll kick it out to McLean. Trying to get into Judd. Walking the drive baseline. Out to Bradley. Good ball movement. Finds McLean, but shot clock violation. It was good ball movement, but the Lakers couldn't get the shot up in time.
Absolutely wonderful A1 defense there by these Red Dragons. Watkins was nearing the out-of-bounds line. Red Dragons forced him to an errant pass. Lakers couldn't just synchronize on offense.
Stolen by McLean. He can throw it down, and he does. A two-handed jam for Gary McLean. A great steal and slam for the sophomore.
Yeah, McLean, an under-aided piece of this offense at 8.6 per game. Points per game, can score where he wants to.
6'5" sophomore gets the slam there. 6'5". Cortez driving baseline, gets double-teamed, almost stolen. They'll go back out to Cortez here with 7 on the shot clock. Cortez deep, 3 is no good. Rebounded by Judd. Here comes Foster. Good spin move in the lane on the left side. Finishes. What a pretty move by Arthur Foster.
Foster, one of the best on this team when in the paint. Great spin move with the up and under, just getting past his defensive assignment.
Here's Booth. Out to Knox. Knox driving right side. Finishes. Can't over Judd. Rebounded McLean. McLean stops and will now give it to Foster. Right back to McLean. Two-man game with Judd. McLean pull up J off the back iron. 16 minutes left in the first half. Lakers lead by 3. Good move to get around everybody. That time it was Cam LeClaire, and a foul was called. Coach Leone doesn't agree with it. You can see him leaning back there. And LeClaire will go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, and this is where Oneonta is going to thrive. Lakers are unfortunately vulnerable on defense in the paint. They do commit a good amount of fouls per game as Booth misses that one.
Substitutions for Oneonta. It will be number 8 in Caden Gonzalez. Nate Cohen, number 4, coming in for Oneonta, as that one is good by LeClaire, who is 4th in the SUNY in scoring with 15.5 per game. Gets his first point of the game. Foster into Bradley. Good defense by Cortez, and it will be a reach-in foul as he tried to slap the ball out of Bradley's hand, but got part of the wrist.
Yeah, Lakers, a lot of scoring in this lineup. Expect them to run some pick and roll action here. Maybe Judd getting the ball in the paint.
They'll give it to Foster in the paint instead, and he goes right over the defense of Nate Cohen to put the Lakers into double digits with 10. Foster now up to 4 early points. Over to Knox. Right back to him, being guarded by Judd. Inside now to Cam LeClaire, backing down Foster. Good defense by the Lakers. Finds Knox over on the right side in the baseline, and he gets that to fall. 10-8 now.
Oneonta so far, efficient from the field, at least as of late. Expect this game to be headlined by competitiveness all throughout.
Cross court to Jaden Watkins. He'll try a 3. That one is way short. Oneonta looks to push. They'll slow it down now. Here is Nate Cohen. Turnaround Jay. Just long. Rebounded by McLean. McLean over to Foster. Foster, quick first step. We'll give it back to McLean. Bradley trying to feed Judd. He does. And it's great move by Deacon Judd. Nate Cohen tried to come over and stop him, but the taller Judd gets it to go.
Yeah, Judd even able to elude support defense. That's where physicality plays a big role, and that's where he lives.
Oneonta looking to respond in the corner now. That one is up by Hurley, and it's no good. Rebounded by Judd. He's now up to 4 boards already. McLean pushing, finds Foster cutting. Reverse layup is good. Great transition by the Lakers.
Foster, again, a great piece within the paint. Lakers, I said, possess a lot of size. Foster, great cut.
6 points for Foster now, leading the way in scoring for the Lakers. Knox being guarded by Foster. Now looking to drive. Here's LeClaire. Gets around everybody, just can't finish. Offensive rebound, though. This one's up by Hurley. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound again, fighting for it was LeClaire. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Oneonta is number 1 in the SUNY in 3-point percentage, shooting at 34% as a team. But so far in this one, they are just 0 for 2.
Yeah, and finding success within the paint, though, with Booth as a primary scorer for them so far this game, along with Knox and Cortez. Able to score on multiple levels is the entire team.
Substitutions will be Jason McGee entering as well. It will be Chris White, Luciano in for the Lakers as well. Jason McGee off the bench is averaging 12 points a game, has a season high of 27 versus Brockport. 27 points for McGee, and that was off the bench. Bradley pull-up Jay is good at the free throw line. He gets his scoring started to put the Lakers up by 6.
And do not let Bradley get going. Once he scores, he's able to do it in bunches. One of the most efficient multi-level scorers in the SUNY.
Definitely right there. Seeing it from Bradley. Driving's LeClaire, gets it into Knox. Being guarded by Judd, goes the other way and finishes. Great reverse by Knox. Right, Luciano will give it to McGee. Looks to feed Judd, but can't. Good denial by Knox. Still trying to feed Judd. They can't. White Luciano will take the 3 instead, and that's off. Rebounded by Judd, and he'll get fouled. And he'll go to the line to shoot a pair.
And that's some great defense by the Red Dragons. I was watching Judd. He called for the ball about 2 or 3 times, but the threatening Oneonta defense did not allow the ball to get to him. Lakers had to settle for a 3.
Judd is a 75% free throw shooter. Makes his first free throw. Coming into the game for Oneonta will be Carlos Almanzar, number 30, the 6'6 freshman from Brooklyn. Judd looking to go 2 for 2 at the line. Does that. Now up to 6 points is Deacon Judd. Lakers lead by 6 with 12:34 to go. LeClaire will hand it off. Now here's Cohen. Floater. No good as he was fading away towards the basket. Here comes Foster. He'll slam it home. A one-handed jam for Arthur Foster in transition.
Lakers thrive in many things, one of them being that transition offense. Got the defensive stop out to Foster for the amazing slam.
The Lakers run the break so well. So many quick guys on this team. McLean, Foster can both throw it down. Here is Cohen. That's LeClaire. That one is good as he was being double teamed. Gets it to go. LeClaire now up to 5 points. Here's Luciano to Judd. Looking to go to work right away, and it's stolen. Here's LeClaire. Running the break is Evans, and he can't finish the fast break layup, but Nate Cohen gets the offensive rebound, and Coach Leone is not happy with the effort there by the Lakers in transition.
Yeah, rightfully so, because Lakers got pickpocketed, and on the other end, we're not able to close out on defense.
McGee gets a screen from Judd. He'll go right in the left side at the rim. Can't finish. Judd, the offensive rebound, tried to tip it in. It's no good. Coach Leone wanted a call. Pushing here's Oneonta, and that is good by Almanzar. And Oneonta now on a bit of a run of their own, cutting this lead to 2 now. Lakers need a timeout.
Yeah, Lakers a little lackadaisical on defense on the last few possessions after having really an offensive flurry of scoring.
Yeah, Arthur Foster leading the way for the Lakers with 8 points. 4 for 4 from the field. He's got a couple of layups, dunk in transition. We've seen Foster jump out of the roof. He had a crazy poster in game 1 of the season and has just been so good for this Lakers, finishing at the rim. He can shoot, he can dunk, he can really do it all, Logan.
Yeah, that he can, and so many other players on this Laker offense can, yet the Red Dragons really playing threatening defense as of late, as we see indicated by this press right now.
Lakers only lead by 2. They led by 8 at one point in this game. Oneonta has cut it to within 2. Coach Leone calls a timeout. We'll see if anything changes. Tucker Rosbrook has entered the game for the Lakers, the 6'8 junior. Foster now over to McGee. He'll take a deep 3 at the top of the key, and it's short. Rebounded by Oneonta. Another stop on defense. It's Evans directing traffic over to LeClaire. Corner now. Oneonta, 11 on the shot clock. Here's LeClaire backing down Foster. Gets into the lane. That push shot is pure for Cam LeClaire, and he's now up to 7 points.
And you're absolutely seeing why Oneonta is at the top of the SUNY with a 6-1 record. They're able to dominate their opponents on all levels.
That one is up by White Luciano. No good. Offensive rebound, though, by Rosbrook. Gets slapped out of his hands. Oneonta looking to take their first lead of the game since the opening points. They led 3-0 to start the game, have not led since. And there it is right there, a great dish inside. And now the Oneonta is up by 2.
Yeah, it's been really hard for the Lakers to stop this Oneonta attack. They're really running a tall ball offense right now.
In the corner, Bradley will take a 3. Can't end the scoring drought for the Lakers. Have not scored in the last 2 minutes and 28 seconds. Coach Leone, again, not happy. Vocaling, he's always a presence out there, 100% every single game, and is not happy with how his Lakers are playing right now, Logan.
Yeah, Lakers have not notched a point in a while. Look to change that now. The slump continues.
Foster can't make that one. Here's Cohen. Hop step, good move, floater, can't finish. It'll be rebounded by Bradley. Lakers are 1 for 6 in their last field attempts. Luciano looking to change that. And it's good in the corner. White Luciano, a great three-point shooter, nails that one.
And that's what you're going to need. White Luciano coming alive, more of the underutilized players. One of them, Luciano, you're going to need scoring in bunches from them, not just the centralized offensive weapons that you usually see.
Cohen kind of forces one up there in the corner, and Lakers looking to push. Corner Foster, he'll try a three, and back-to-back threes for the Lakers, that time coming from Arthur Foster, now in double digits with 11.
Yeah, and Foster has been on one. We saw him with good cuts into the paint several minutes ago, now making his mark from three, has made his name heard in this game.
Foster leading the way with all scorers with 11. Lakers back up by 4. Evans over to Cohen. Excuse me, that's LeClaire. LeClaire being guarded by Foster, gets around everybody. That's too easy a defensive collapse for the Lakers.
Yeah, Foster just got off kilter on defense, really lackadaisical.
Bradley will try a three, can't hit it. It was a great pass by Foster, but Bradley not able to make that one.
Yeah, and Leo not happy with the defensive let-up and then a rush shot, rather, I should say, on offense.
Here's Evans over to LeClaire. He'll try a three. In and out. Couldn't get it to fall. And a turnover. Miscommunication. Refs haven't called who it's staying with. They're going to stay Oneonta. And another turnover for the Lakers.
Lakers, if they keep doing this, it's not the recipe to first quarter success. They've let up several points since they've came back from a scoring drought of their own.
Timeout by head coach Cameron Conover for Oneonta Red Dragons. Logan, it has been a good start for both of these teams, but the Lakers have struggled as of late. It really seems that their only offense is coming from number 4, Arthur Foster.
Yeah, I mean, Foster has been a force. As I said, he's able to score on multiple levels. Scored in that three-pointer in the corner. Really good cut under the rim. Shades of Mikal Bridges to put it up and under off the backboard. Oswego still with a 2-point lead, but they're not receiving the usual contributions that they do from scorers such as Deacon Judd, Stephen Bradley, Gary McLean. That trio has been really held silent by this threatening Oneonta offense.
Lakers have struggled a little bit here as they're shooting 2 of 9 from behind the three-point line, but Oneonta not shooting much better, 0 of 5 from behind the three-point line. Only trailed by 2, though. In their last game, the Lakers won 83-62. Foster had a good game against Oneonta last time. He had 16 points. Deacon Judd, in his career against Oneonta, has averaged 19 points, but so far only has 6. But we can see Deacon Judd come alive at any point.
Oh, we really can, because as I cited, in that last game against Canton, he was held relatively silent in the first half, but really spirited the Lakers to a comeback against a Canton squad that was 2-11 on the season with his career high of 33, just able to elude the defense in the paint.
Every SUNY matchup is always going to be a close one, and it's going to be a hard-fought battle. LeClaire looking to continue his hot start. Good defense by the Lakers. It'll be a turnover stolen by Bradley, but LeClaire fights for it right back. Evans gets it stripped away by McGee. McGee looking to go, Euro step between everybody, hangs in the air. Wow, what a move and finish by Jason McGee.
That was incredibly crafty, one of the more underrated pieces of scoring within the SUNY, I'd say.
McGee off the bench has been phenomenal for this Lakers team. And this one is up, and it's no good. That time by Mitchell Murray, who has checked in the game for Oneonta. McGee looking to go, heads down to the lane, and they're going to call a travel before the shot.
Yeah, I was going to say, if that one was not called, McGee would be lucky, because it did seem that he dragged his feet for 3 steps, and the Lakers do not want this, continuously giving the ball back up to Oneonta.
Hurley will leave, and Sam Booth will come back in for the Red Dragons. Oswego up by 4 here in this one against the Red Dragons. In the first half of the first game between these two teams, the Lakers were led by 20 to end the half. In this one, a little bit closer. Booth will go out to Leclerc. Has Emling on him. Looking to go to work. Spin move. Floater is blocked by Judd. A lot of contact, but no fouls called. McLean trying to go to work. Kicks it out to Judd. Fakes the three. Now drives inside. Spin move on the left side. Great defense by Cam Leclerc, who tried to knock it out of bounds on Judd, but it will stay with the Lakers.
Yeah, Judd tries his usual moves of faking a three, going into the paint, taking the spin move. But the Red Dragons, they did an A1 scouting report on the center. They knew where the support defense should be at all times just to get him off kilter on offense just now.
It's always hard to beat a team 2 times in a season. The Lakers are trying to do that against this Red Dragons squad. McLean, Emling wide open in the corner. The freshman can't knock it down. Rebounded by Pat Evans. Evans over to Knox. Now down low to Mitchell Murray into Cortez. Corner now, here is Booth. Out to Knox. Knox, spin move, right side, layup, can't finish.
Lakers been stout on defense as of late, even without Freddie Fowler, who's usually that great point of attack defender. Emling
will put up a push shot, and that's good by the freshman. That's a great shot there by Patrick Emling.
And if you're Coach Leon, you love to see that confidence, able to get into the paint with ease, take a spin move, put it up for the lay. Give your team even more separation.
Mitchell Murray with it. Hands it off to Evans. 10 on the shot clock for Oneonta. Evans driving. Fadeaway shot is good. Great move there and fadeaway by the sophomore. His first points of the game. Lakers still leading by 4, but Oneonta is sticking around. Luciano to Emling in the corner. Looking to back down his defender. Trying to go to work again. That shot is off the mark. Rebounded by Knox. Oneonta has numbers. 3 on 2. Great pass there by Cortez to find Booth wide open.
And you have got to have communication there. We saw on the other end, Judd and McGee collided, allowing the Red Dragons to take advantage and get a 3-on-2, allowing them to get in the paint and find a scoring crease.
Here's McLean backing down Mitchell Murray. Up and under move, can't finish. And another empty possession for the Lakers. Up to Sam Booth, wide open in the corner, and he hits that. And the Oneonta Red Dragons have taken the lead, and Coach Leon wants to call a timeout. Again, poor transition defense by the Lakers leads to a wide open 3 in the corner.
Yeah, I mean, we cited before the timeout that was before this one several minutes ago. Lakers have good transition offense, but not very stout on defense. A wide open 3 from Booth.
Yeah, Booth in transition finds himself wide open in the right corner for a 3 to take the lead for the Red Dragons. That was their first made 3 of the game, Logan. Before that point, they were 0 of 5, but they make that one to make the first 3. For the best 3-point shooting team in the SUNY, they've struggled, but maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, what I like about these Oneonta Red Dragons is their mix of both quickness and physicality, right? We've, on the defensive end, we see them shut down players like Deacon Judd and, at points, Arthur Foster, even with all his scoring. On the offensive end, though, they've been able to get past the three-point line while also scoring in the paint. So we know, hopefully, they can continue that energy all game.
And something else to note is the Red Dragons are 5-2 in away games this season, so they're not shy to going on the road into opponents' gymnasiums and coming out with a win.
Yeah, with usually how crazy the Max Seal atmosphere is, we've seen the poise that they've held.
Oneonta with the lead, leading by 1. We've gone back and forth here in the zeal between these two SUNYAC teams. And we're going to get an off-ball foul. It will be called on Delano Knox fighting with Judd. It will be the 4th team foul, and it will be Knox's 2nd foul. Entering for the game will be Cam LeClaire. Comes back into the game. Leaving will be DeLon Mitchell-Murray. Inbounding is McGee for the Lakers. McLean almost falls out of bounds, and it's a turnover for the Lakers. Wide open for Sam Booth. He's now up to 8 points.
And that's that tenacity on display. Booth right there to steal it and use his quickness on the offensive end.
And McGee responds right on the left side, going up for that layup. Lakers still trailing by 1, though. Booth has had a hot start. Looking to continue that. Gets in the lane, floater, bounces around, but he can't find the bottom of the net. It's going to be rebounded by McLean. Lakers get a stop. Looking to retake the lead now. McLean gets into the teeth of the defense, finishes at the rim, and the foul. Gary McLean through everybody. Gets the bucket to fall, now looking to convert the and one.
Yeah, and that's what the Lakers are going to need throughout this first half and the next. Great finish by McLean, who is usually known for his three-point shooting. Again, as I said, great finish right there and a chance to bring the separation to 2 points.
As we see Gary McLean, great move to get around the defense, finishes at the rim through the contact and converts on the and one. McLean now up to 5 points, and they've retaken the lead against the Red Dragons. 35-33 Lakers lead. We've gone back and forth. We've had several lead changes here in this one. Here is Cohen, and he gets it stripped away. Here comes Foster. Nobody there. Slams it home. Another slam for Arthur Foster. A two-handed jam that time.
Yeah, and what a play on all ends by the Lakers to get the steal, prevent the pass, and then Judd. Foster's one step ahead of everybody. He's down in the paint, able to get that finish.
Arthur Foster has some crazy speed on him. Cohen, though, comes on the other end, finishes on the right side. Oneonta back to within 2, and we'll get a foul on Cortez. He does not agree with the call. That's going to be Cortez's second foul, so he's got to be careful.
Yeah, they do not want Cortez to get into too much foul trouble because, as you said, he's a lethal scorer at his size of just 5'7". Do not underrate that, though. He's a very quick and efficient scorer. Again, you said with national recognition.
Cortez will leave the game with 2 fouls, and Pat Evans will come back in for the Red Dragons. And it's another turnover by the Lakers. Here comes Booth with Judd guarding him, finishes and transition. Another turnover for the Lakers. Converts and transition buckets for the Red Dragons.
Just a rare occurrence, Judd getting out physical on the paint right there.
McGee going at the teeth of the defense of LeClaire and finishes over him. Back and forth, fast-paced action here in the Zeal. It's blocked by Judd. A thunderous block by Deacon Judd. Said no that time.
That he did just after letting up a bucket within the paint. He does a LeBron-esque block right there.
Lakers lead by 2 with 1:20 left here in the first half. It's been a close back and forth game here in the Zeal between 2 top SUNY teams. Booth against Judd, gets into the lane, Euro step, finishes. What a tough move by Sam Booth, who's having himself a game. He's now up to 14 points.
Booth, just a great scorer for the Red Dragons. Without him, you have to wonder where they'd be.
McGee will try a 3, and that is good for Jason McGee. Does a little celly afterwards. Great 3 there by McGee, who's up to 9 points.
McGee has been so good off the bench for the Lakers, up to 9 points, as you said now.
Oneonta looking to respond. Here's LeClaire trying to respond from deep. Back iron. Rebounded by Judd. 26 seconds on the shot clock. 30 seconds on the game clock. Lakers look to hold it for the last shot of the first half. Defensive chance from the Oneonta bench. It's McGee near the volleyball line, being guarded by Pat Evans. 2-man game with Judd. Step back 3. McGee can't hit it. Rebound by Judd, but he loses it. Pushing, here is Cohen. 6 seconds. Euro step, gets fouled, and will go to the line to shoot a pair.
Yeah, and Oneonta with a chance to tie it up. Not right now with just 2 free throw shots, but if they're able to somehow get the ball back and score, they can really go into the second half with a ton of momentum, Parker.
Nate Cohen, the transfer from SUNY Canton, makes the first free throw. Averages 9.8 points per game. Has come off the bench, has been a great scoring option for the Oneonta Red Dragons. 4th in the SUNYAC in three-point percentage, shooting it at a 38% clip as he goes 2 for 2 at the line. It'll be Connor Mannix entering for the Red Dragons with 3.9 on the game clock. Heave by Bradley. McGee finds himself with it. Pump fake. 3 at the buzzer is short, and the Lakers can't finish on that last play as Oneonta is within 1 after 1 half, Logan.
Yeah, I mean, this has really been a back-and-forth game between these two teams. As I said, for Oneonta, Booth has without a doubt been their biggest beneficiary at 14 points. But for the Lakers, McGee is coming alive. Foster has been alive all game, knocking down both mid-range shots and from beyond the arc. So Lakers and Oneonta operating off of several benefactors.
The Lakers lead 42-41, and it's been a story of turnovers. The Lakers have 7 compared to Oneonta's 3. Coming into this game, Logan, Oneonta only averages 11.6 turnovers as a team, and that's first in the SUNYAC. They don't turn the ball over. They're very good at keeping control of the basketball. Oswego, 4th in the SUNYAC in turnovers with 12. They already have 7 here against Oneonta. It's been a much different game than the first time these two teams played.
Yeah, Oswego really, in the first game, they were able to find scoring when they wanted it. This game, that wasn't the case, or that isn't the case. Oneonta is really tightening up on defense, and as you hit on the turnovers, Lakers playing rather sloppily on offense, a lot of errant passes, just ending up with new Oneonta possessions. And Coach Jason Leone, rightfully so, has been angry at that. Lakers need to clean up on that within the second half if they want to hold up this lead.
For the Lakers, Arthur Foster has 13 points leading the way. Sam Booth has 14 for the Oneonta Red Dragons. We have a 1-point game here in the Max Steel Gymnasium. We'll be back for second half action here on WTOP 10. Don't go anywhere, folks. Welcome back to the top of the bleachers here in the Max Zeal Gymnasium for Tuesday Night Hoops on WTOP 10. We have gone through first half of action here in the Zeal. The Oswego State Lakers lead 42-41 against the visiting Oneonta Red Dragons. And Logan, it was a good start from the Lakers, but Oneonta started making some runs at the end of that, going on a 7-0 run. And now within one against the Oswego State Lakers. But we're talking about at the break, this Lakers team is a very good second half team. Expect a better half.
Yeah, I mean, you really can. We saw the Red Dragons able to sort of neutralize Judd in the paint. He has just 6 points so far, and it's really not just Judd who they've neutralized. They've neutralized McLean and Bradley, who are usually sharp shooters for the team. But Lakers, again, as you saw against Canton, they went down early. Canton made a lot of runs, but Lakers, propelled by Judd and McGee and Bradley, made that second half surge. So you can expect maybe them to do the same if they clean up 2 on their defensive miscues and turnovers within this half.
And something else we talked about, Jaden Watkins started this game, has only played 6 minutes, so it's really been McGee and Chris White-Luciano picking up those minutes that Jaden Watkins hasn't really played a whole lot.
Yeah, maybe you have to think McGee should have been the one starting, but either way, he's a fire starter off the bench.
The Lakers are in a 3-2 zone to start the second half against the Red Dragons. This will be interesting to see if it works. They're going to Cortez here, trying to break into the zone, but he can't, and it's stolen. Here come the Lakers. Judd tried to get it to Bradley. Judd tried to get it right back, and it will go to the Red Dragons. It was a great defensive play by the Lakers, but just can't finish in transition.
Yeah, not able to turn defense into offense, but you would like to see that. I believe Watkins got a hand in there on that steal, allowing Deacon Judd to get the ball.
Oneonta, the best three-point shooting team in the SUNY. Usually you play a zone against good three-point shooting teams, and the Lakers are doing that. We'll see if it works for them. Moving around is Oneonta. They'll find Cortez. He'll take a deep 3, and that's long. Rebounded by Foster.
Yeah, and Cortez is absolutely smothered. This zone seems to be working so far.
Watkins falls to the ground and turns it over. Another turnover for the Lakers. That's their 8th of the game. Wide open. Here is Hurley, and he gets it off the bank, and now Oneonta has retaken the lead.
Yeah, and you see why they are the best three-point shooting team in the SUNY. A great shot and great poise right there.
We've had 11 lead changes now in this one, back and forth between these two top SUNY teams. The Lakers on an 8-game winning streak, trying to hold on to that. McLean off the side of the backboard, and it's going to go off his hands, and the Lakers are coming up empty on these offensive possessions, Logan.
Yeah, to start this second half, not a lot of success for the Lakers. Parker, as I said before, 3-2 zone seems to be working both Cortez and Booth. Not able to get in a lot of places where they want to be, but Lakers do need to pick it back up on offense.
Lakers struggling to score to start this second half. Over to Booth. Now go inside to Knox. Knox being guarded by Judd. Over to LeClaire. Knox open in the corner, won't take it. He'll drive inside now. Kick it cross court to Booth. Drives. Now to Hurley. Cortez, step back, fading away 3 at the end of the shot clock is no good. It's going to be rebounded by Judd.
And that's some great defense by Foster, who switched off of his man for the double team on the 3. Who shot? It was Cortez.
Judd looking to get started here in the second half, and they're going to call a push on Knox. It's going to be Knox's 3rd foul, picked up early in the second half.
Yeah, so some of these Red Dragons in foul trouble.
Foster will get fouled by Booth, and that's going to be Booth's 2nd foul. And Foster, who led the scoring for the Lakers in the first half, looking to get on the board here in the second.
In Parker in college, 5 fouls renders you unavailable for the game. Cortez with 2. Knox with 3. Booth with 2. That's not what you want to see from your top offensive pieces.
Absolutely. Foster makes his first free throw, up to 14 points now. These are his first free throws of the game. And he goes 2 for 2. He's now up to 15 points on the day. Arthur Foster had a career high of 19 versus New Paltz on January 6th of this year, has 15 so far. Over to Booth, swinging around the horn. Back to Cortez. Looks to drive into the zone against Watkins, and that's going to be short. Again rebounded by Judd, who is now up to 9 rebounds on the game. McLean wide open for 3. That's going to be short, but offensive rebound by almost the smallest guy on the court, and it's going to be Watkins. So another chance to score for the Lakers. Bradley drives left side, a lot of contact, and it'll be a blocking foul on Hurley.
Yeah, and McLean with the three-point shot there. He got the open space. He got the step back. But I think sometimes he hasn't been able to knock down those this game. I think you have to give it to a guy who's sort of more open in the paint, try to get that two-level scoring as the three ball has not been falling this game.
Bradley, a good free throw shooter, can't make the first one. Shoots it at a 79% clip. Bradley only has 2 points in this one. He's had 3 games with 20 or more points. And he's had 2 games where he's made 6 or more three-pointers. Makes the second free throw, but has been quiet here in this one. Now up to 3 points. Lakers have now retaken the lead again, this time leading by 1. We've had 14 lead changes in this game between these two teams.
You cannot get more back and forth than this right now.
Tuesday Night Hoops in the Zeal. It's been a good one so far. Inside to LeClaire. Lakers back in the man defense. That's going to be short. Corralled by Arthur Foster. Up to Watkins. Back to Foster. Looking to go into the lane. Kicks it back out. Watkins will take a 3. That's going to be short. Another rebound by the Lakers. McLean out to Bradley. Now Judd looking to go to work. Goes over LeClaire, and it's going to be a foul called. And Judd will go to the line. There's a lot of contact there, and Judd does get the call that time.
Yeah, Judd just able to out-physical his opponent and continue to draw fouls are the Lakers. He had a good defensive possession on that end. When Cam LeClaire missed the jumper, Judd was able to stay with him and now finding himself a charity stripe.
Deacon Judd can't make that free throw. It just bounced around the rim and wasn't able to fall. And these free throws are going to be important down the stretch. The Lakers have only missed 2 so far after Judd misses that one. But free throws in close games matter a lot, Logan.
Yeah, that they do. Judd thankfully able to give the team a 2-point cushion, but you obviously love to make both of those.
Judd now up to 7 points. And losing it is Cohen. It's a turnover for the Red Dragons. Lakers looking to maybe go on a little bit of a run here. Watkins slips. He'll go to the corner to Foster. He'll try a 3. He's made one already. In and out that time. Foster can't get it to go. Cohen gives it to LeClaire. LeClaire gets double teamed. Into the corner now. Booth wide open. That one is good by Sam Booth. A huge 3 to put Oneonta back up by 1, and Booth now 17 points on the day, and that is almost a season high. He has a season high of 21, Logan.
Yeah, Foster, as you saw, was absolutely great on that help defense with Judd, who was on LeClaire. Thankfully, Booth exists, and he knocks him down when he wants to.
2 for 2 on the day is Sam Booth. 3 of 10 Oneonta is as a team. From the three-point range, Sam Booth is having an efficient night. He's taken 8 shots, and he's made 7 of them. The Lakers can't really buy one from behind the three-point line. They're 0-3 to start the second half, and in this game, Logan, they're 3 of 16. They're second in the SUNY in three-point percentage as a team, shooting it at 33%, but in this one, only shooting it 18%.
Yeah, the last 2 games, both the last one against Canton and now against Oneonta, obviously a smaller sample size. You can improve throughout the second half, but still, 3 of 16, just 18.8%. Maybe you need to move away from that, move away from the threes taking them is McGee, taking them is McLean, and many other players. Lakers not able to convert. Maybe they need to move into the paint. That's where they found success so far with top scorers Foster, McGee, and Judd.
15:24 to go in the second half. Oneonta leads by 1. We have had 16 lead changes now. We have had 8 ties. These teams going back and forth, and this is what you expected against two top SUNY teams. Both the Lakers and the Red Dragons 6-1 in SUNY play. Oneonta showed a press, and they will back off. Foster hands it off to McGee at Watkins at midcourt. Judd has been quiet here in this one. Looks to go to work. Head down into the corner. Foster, can he hit this one? No. Rebounded by Booth. Lakers go empty.
Yeah, and again, as I said, they do need to move away from that three-point ball. Good screen by Bradley to free up Judd, getting to the paint. But again, Judd was absolutely covered and smothered.
Booth looking to continue his game that he's having here. He'll go over to Evans. Goes against Judd, blocked by Judd. Another block for Deacon Judd. A great defensive play there. Lakers pushing. They'll find Judd, and they're going to say blocking foul. So Judd will go to the line to shoot a pair.
Yeah, it seemed like LeClaire did not have his feet set on that one. Taking to the line yet again is Judd, and Lakers getting these, what I like to call gimme points. You can get up to 48 points and take back your lead here.
Deacon Judd at the line. Again, can't make the free throw. Deacon Judd on the season is a 75% free throw shooter. You got a great block there on the other end, and he ran the transition so well to be at the free throw line. Goes 1 for 2 that time.
Yeah, it always seems like those second free throws go in, just something about the initial ones that do not.
We are tied again here in the Zeal. The 10th tie of the game between these two teams. Here is Evans calling for a screen. Evans into Booth. He'll thought about the three, and he'll take it now, and it's going to be short. Maybe the hesitation there, the reason he missed. Bradley, Euro step transition layup is good for Stephen Bradley.
Yeah, and Lakers are not going to miss out on those chances. Great pass from McLean to Bradley. As we were talking about this entire game in the first half, tenacious fast break offense that the Lakers have.
Here's Evans driving. Inside, again blocked by Judd, his third block of the game. Lakers getting stops now, trying to turn it into offense. Watkins drives, right side, blocked! What a block there by Evans. Here's Cohen looking to push. Back to Booth, wide open in the corner. He can't hit it. Foster grabs the board. It will go to the Lakers, but Logan blocks on both ends. One by Judd and one by the 6-foot sophomore Pat Evans. Wow, what a block that was.
Yeah, I mean, you cannot get a much more defensively oriented matchup than what is happening right now. Judd imposing his will, but same on the Oneonta end. They have a lot of size. It'll be so interesting to see what transpires within these final 13 minutes.
Judd at the top of the key. Has 8 points on the day, looking to get in the double figures. Hop step, and it will be a jump ball. It will stay with the Lakers. Coach Leone expressing his emotions there. Possession arrow is in favor of the Lakers, but they started going the other way. And you can still hear Coach Leone from up here. He's not happy with his squad right now, Logan.
Yeah, Leone has the utmost passion, I'd say, out of any coach in the SUNY, propelling this team to an 11-2 start.
Here's McLean. Oswego still leading by 2. Fadeaway shot by McLean. You would think Oswego would be losing by more the way Coach Leone is showing his emotions on the sideline.
Yeah, without a doubt. Leone, just though he loves this game so much, he wants his teams to succeed so much, but these Lakers, they need to take more good looks. Again, McLean contested right there. The result was not ideal.
Inbounding will be the sophomore and Pat Evans.
McLean just 2 of 8 on this game with 5 points.
And McLean gets the steal right there. Foster kicks it to Bradley in the corner. He can make those, and he does. Stephen Bradley, a huge 3 to put the Lakers up by 5.
Yeah, Bradley is not going to go on a streak of 2 consecutive misses. He's bound to make one, and that he does, getting the team more efficient from the line.
That one's blocked by McLean. Blocks everywhere coming from both sides. And looking on the box score, on Deacon Judd actually has 5 blocks. I thought he had 3, but has 5 blocks on the game, Logan.
Yeah, he has all 5 of Oswego's Oneonta with just 1. Deacon single-handedly propelling this team on the defensive end as an anchor.
And that one is good in the corner by Nate Cohen. The leads is a 4th in the SUNY in three-point percentage. Nails that one to put Oneonta down by 2. McGee looking to go to work, driving inside, a lot of contact. Bradley in the corner is going to try to hit again, and he does just that. Stephen Bradley nails the three-pointer, pumps his chest. Lakers back up by 5, and Bradley has now reached double figures with 11.
And Bradley has come electric at the exact time you want. Lakers getting a 5-point separation, 55-50, and bringing the three-point percentage up right now. Bradley showing his poise right on the corner.
Stephen Bradley, 11 points, 2 of 3 from behind the three-point line. That one he just hit in the corner. He is such a good three-point shooter for the Oswego State Lakers. 38% as this season has had 2 games with 6 made three-pointers. He's had 9 games with at least 1 made three-pointer, and tonight Logan has 2.
Yeah, and I think as a team, the Oswego State Lakers are working much more cohesively than they did in the first half. Communicating very efficiently on defense and turning it right back into offense.
Well, this Lakers team can score at so many different positions, and we're seeing that tonight. Oneonta, though, still within 5. Here comes Knox. Nobody in front of him, and he just gets right to the rim. That's too easy for Oneonta.
Yeah, they must have heard me, and that's just because it's not cohesiveness, just allowing him to get right down Broadway. Up for the easy 2. McGee lost the defensive assignment.
Bradley pull up Jay short. Here's Cohen pushing for the Red Dragons. Euro stepper loses the ball. It's going to stay with the Red Dragons. I believe Bradley tipped that one out of bounds.
Yeah, all the Lakers really making their mark on defense, not just Judd and blocks, but Bradley really coming down in the fast break defense and forcing a steal.
And wide open on the inbound is Nate Cohen. Another defensive collapse by the Lakers, and now again Oneonta within 1.
This is what we saw to end the first half. A lot of defensive collapses by the Lakers to get the Red Dragons into open space. Is not what you want at all if you're head coach Jason Leone, as the Red Dragons are now just within 1.
Foster had a hot first half, has been quiet though in the second half. McLean spin move, goes into the defense but can't finish. Lakers come up empty. Red Dragons looking to take a lead. Cohen, transition 3 is short, but it's going to be rebounded by the Red Dragons. Pat Evans will slow things down with 14 on the shot clock. Looking to take the lead. Here is Knox. Looking to drive. Mid. Gets into lane. It's going to be blocked by McLean, but they're going to say it was a foul before the block.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. And one thing I wanted to note is that as of late, Oswego leads in total rebounds throughout the game, but still, as of late, they're getting out physical down the boards, not boxing out properly, allowing Oneonta to get second-hand offensive chances.
Delano Knox, a 6'1 senior, can't make the first free throw. Not a great free throw shooter at all, only shooting 44%. So that's someone you want at the line if you're the Lakers.
Yeah, maybe play hack-a-shack down the stretch here if you're the Lakers.
Knox able to make that one to tie the game. Again, we are tied here in the Zeal. The 11th tie between these two teams. White Luciano has checked into the game for the Lakers. McGee calling for a screen with Judd. McGee Right side drives, can't finish, and it's going to be rebounded by Oneonta. Here's LeClaire, corner, fake it. Now inside to Knox, and he'll get fouled and one as he screams with authority. Delano Knox makes the bucket through the contact, and will go to the line to try to make the and one conversion.
Really just not a good closeout by the Lakers right there. Judd did a good job of at least closing out his man on the perimeter, but when the ball got to Knox, he was just able to get over White Luciano for the easy two.
Knox looking to convert the and one, and he does. Oneonta up by 3. Knox now in the double figures with 10. The second Oneonta Red Dragon to hit double figures. Defensive chance from the Oneonta Red Dragons bench. Lakers down by 3. Judd, free throw line jumper is pure for Deacon Judd. He's now up to 10 points.
Yeah, and for the Red Dragons, you can just not leave him in open space right there. That is where he thrives, from the mid-range.
Red Dragons leading by 1. Here is LeClaire over to Evans. Good defense by the Lakers. Knox, cross court to Cohen. Drives inside. Floater is good right through the net. And the Red Dragons cannot be stopped right now on the offensive end.
Yeah, their composure cannot be denied. Lakers are scoring, but Red Dragons also really good on the offensive end, turning defense right into offense.
Luciano thought about the 3. Will drive now inside against Cohen. Fadeaway is short, but he'll get fouled as he was hit on the arm by Nate Cohen. So Luciano will go to the line to shoot 2. White Luciano transferred from a JUCO college, St. Thomas, from Yorktown Heights, New York, averaging 5.2 points on the season, and is a 75% free throw shooter as he makes the first one. It's been a great bench spark for this Lakers squad. He had 12 off the bench in the second game of the year versus Union. And he's come off the bench, and he's had 10 games this season with at least one made three-pointer.
Yeah, he really is just a force from downtown. Gives the Lakers, at points, much-needed sparks of scoring.
Luciano goes 2 for 2 at the line, but he'll be taken out, and Patrick Emling will come in. Driving now is Cohen, and he can't finish that time. Cohen coming right behind Bradley there, but not able to get the steal. McGee will slow it down for the Lakers. Hands it off to Emling. Foster, miscommunication, trying to get it to Judd. Cohen has Foster right behind him, and he finishes in transition. Doesn't matter. And now Nate Cohen's up to 15 points off the bench.
Yeah, and Leon, you can see yelling at Deacon Judd as the team may be falling, not maybe falling apart, but losing a lot of defensive battles.
McGee, deep 3, you need it, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Cohen. Maybe if he's made a couple of those, you don't mind that shot, but McGee on the night, 1 of 5 from 3 now.
Yeah, Lakers as a whole not hitting shots. McGee was good in the first half in bunches from the paint. Tries his luck, but that's no good.
Into the corner, wide open as Hershey. And it's rebounded by Pat Evans, a 6-foot guard, swooping in for the tip.
If you're Leon, you have to think it's absolutely unacceptable. You allow a three-point shooter like that to get open, and then you don't even box out off the miss.
McGee will go on the right side, and he'll get fouled. Leon expressing herself with the ref, as McGee will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. A 76% free throw shooter is McGee, transferred from Herkimer Community College to Oswego, as he misses a free throw. Another missed free throw by the Lakers. McLean will come in for Emling. McGee looking to go 1 for 2 at the line. Free throws are going to be important for the Lakers down the stretch. Goes empty at the charity stripe. McGee can't make either one.
Yeah, and these ones could be game decider. 7 minutes left still, but Lakers missing these give me points that they need.
Wide open is Evans, and it's back iron, rebounded by McGee. That could have been bad for the Lakers. Here comes Foster, slams it home!
Oh my goodness!
Arthur Foster, are you kidding me? In transition, his third dunk of the game.
Parker, you've been able to be on call for 2 Arthur Foster emphatic slams, one earlier in the season and one just now.
And that gets the Laker faithful with some energy and the bench as well. Maybe a momentum swing for the Lakers. Can Oneonta respond? In the corner, Knox fakes it, baseline into LeClaire, and he'll get fouled by Judd. The shot clock was just about to expire, but now LeClaire will go to the line for a pair of free throws.
Yeah, and McLean, I can see him. He's being hunted on these defensive possessions. He did not go to his man on the corner, and thankfully for him, didn't take one.
And Foster in transition, and a crazy slam, emphatic. He's done that a couple times this season. Catches a body. Wow.
Yeah,
Arthur Foster just can jump out of this building. It just seems like every time he jumps, he's like jumping off a trampoline.
Yeah, he has crazy hops. I mean, maybe this is the offensive spark that the Lakers need. It certainly is. We'll see if they can capitalize off of it.
Bradley tried to feed it to Judd. It will stay with the Lakers. 6:01 to go. Lakers down by 3. Oneonta has come into the Zeal where the Lakers have only lost one game this season. They're 7-1 at home. Foster into the corner. McLean drives baseline. Cross court to Watkins. Great ball movement. Bradley in the corner, and he hits it to tie the game. Huge shot by Stephen Bradley.
And Bradley needs that one. He has 3 3-pointers just in this second half. Again, building off the momentum off the established Arthur Foster dunk.
We are tied again here in the Zeal, and that's going to be a foul on Bradley. Coach Leone doesn't agree with it. He's kind of laughing at the call. We have now had 14 ties in this one. You can see Bradley there shaking his head, does not agree with the call.
Yeah, a lot of calls that players do not agree with in this game. A lot of whistles in this game, Parker.
Yeah, you see that quite often. The players don't agree with the refs, but still have to respect the call. LeClaire, spin move against Bradley. That's a tough finish by Cam LeClaire. He's now up to 11 points.
Yeah, and that's just a mismatch. When you're hunting Bradley with a bigger man like LeClaire, you can expect to score 9 out of 10 times.
Bradley, that's how the hot hand now into Judd. He can't finish, gets his own rebound, goes right back up with it. That would have counted if he made it, but Judd will go to the line where he's struggled a bit tonight. 4 of 6 from the free throw line, but big free throws, Logan. This could tie the game for the Lakers.
Yeah, you do not want to keep up with recent trends of missing these charity stripe shots if you're the Lakers right now.
Judd swishes that one. He's now up to 11 points. A little bit of a quieter game from Deacon Judd, who averages 20 points on the season and had 33 against Canton. And he misses that one. Free throws for the Lakers now 10 of 16 as a team. Driving is Evans, and it's blocked by McLean. A thunderous rack slam. Wow, what a block by McLean. Watkins in the corner. Can't get it to go. McLean, second chance. Can't finish. Lakers go up empty after the emphatic block by McLean, but that one was tipped by Judd. His 6th block now. Lakers will slow it down with 4:26 to go. Here's McLean into the corner to Bradley. Bradley gets it stripped away by Cohen, fighting for it. It will go to Oneonta. Great defense there by the Red Dragons.
I mean, I don't know which team wants it more, Parker. Both of them are playing at 100 right now.
We're going to get a timeout by head coach Cameron Conover for the Oneonta Red Dragons. 4:04 to go. Lakers trail by 1 here in the Zeal. And Logan, it's going to come down to the wire between these two top SUNY teams.
Yeah, without a doubt it is. Just when Oswego scores, Oneonta responds. When Oneonta scores, Oswego responds. And one thing I want to say I've noticed is Judd has an equal matchup on him. I've noticed that LeClaire is able to match Judd's physicality. That's why he's only been held to 11 points, probably among his lowest on the season. Judd, not a fruitful result on a lot of shots because of LeClaire's threatening defense. LeClaire's in his face at all times.
Oswego's 1 of their last 4 from the field. And down the stretch, you're going to have to make those shots. They were 6 of 22 from behind the three-point line, but they've had some big threes down the stretch. 2 from Bradley. And if you're coming down the stretch here, Logan, with so many people that have been getting involved, who do you go to if you're the Oswego State Lakers?
One of 2 answers I have for you, Parker. Obvious one is Deacon Judd. Again, in that paint, he's an absolute force. As I said, LeClaire is on him all game, up, breathing on his neck, but still, we know how Judd is physically. He can still make a turn and spark the Lakers. Second underrated piece, I've go McGee. He can snipe from beyond the arc, and so can Bradley if we're talking about a third offensive weapon for the Lakers right now.
Cohen will inbound to Evans. Here's LeClaire. Cohen off the bench with 17. LeClaire baseline being guarded by Foster. He'll back down Foster. Good defense by Lakers. Here's Knox back out to LeClaire. LeClaire has to put it up at the end of the shot clock, and it's good. What a shot by Cam LeClaire when the shot clock winding down. If you're the Lakers, you just have to tip your hat.
Yeah, and LeClaire is lighting it up now on both ends, playing very well on defense, very well on offense. Great shot selection.
13 points for him on the day now. Lakers need a response. They're trying to get it to Judd. This great denial by Knox. They'll go to Watkins instead. Watkins push shot, no good. Judd trying to save it. He does. Back out to Watkins. A fresh 20 for the Lakers. They'll slow it down. 14 on the shot clock. Knox and Judd fighting. Watkins, push shot. Can't finish. It goes in and out.
That's just unfortunate for the Lakers.
Here's Cohen, drives baseline to Evans, goes at Judd, and he finishes over Deacon Judd to put Oneonta up by 5.
That's a big man finish from Cohen. It's hard to get over Deacon Judd. On offense, Judd just not physical enough right there. Just got outmanned.
Bradley, you need this 3, and it's long. Rebounded by Knox. Oneonta in no rush here.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a game of dwindling time now if you're the Oneonta Red Dragons.
Evans at midcourt over to Cohen. Lakers in a 3-2 zone. They started the zone at the second half. Cohen almost got that to go. Offensive rebound, LeClaire can't finish. Rebounded by Judd. A lot of contact, but no foul. Under 2 to go here in the Zeal. Lakers trail by 5. Here comes Foster. Corner. Bradley. It's good. Stephen Bradley nails the three-pointer. His 4th of the game. The Lakers trail by 2. What a big shot by Bradley.
And that one was absolutely necessary for the Lakers. We saw Oneonta try to pull away. Not a great box out on that possession by the Lakers. When Oneonta had the ball, they put up a shot, got the offensive rebound. Luckily for the Lakers, they did miss it. And Judd was right there. Bradley with the snipe. That's what you need if you're head coach Jason Leone.
Bradley on the night has come alive in the second half. He started off the game quiet, but has come alive. 14 points on the day. 3 of 5 from the three-point line. 5 of 8 from the field. The Lakers, they've struggled from 3 in this game, but Bradley has made some clutch threes down the stretch.
Yeah, without a doubt he has. And Oswego returning to the 3-ball. Something they were unsuccessful from in the first half. That was downtown. Now Bradley lighting up the spark that the Lakers needed right now, Parker.
1:50 to go. Oneonta will have possession. And if you're the Red Dragons, who do you go to? I mean, you've had a couple guys who've had it today. Booth had 17, Cohen with 17, LeClaire with 13. Recently, you'd think you'd go to LeClaire here.
Yeah, I was actually just going to say LeClaire. That's the man I was thinking. I think Judd on the defensive end is a little fatigued. He's had 34 minutes logged in this game. LeClaire has hunted him and has found success in that. So if you're Oneonta, you keep feeding it to him within the paint. We know his poise. We know he can make those shots where he wants to take them. Obviously, though, your second option is Booth.
Judd averages 30 minutes on the season, has 34 tonight. As well, Bradley has 35, has played 35 minutes. Foster's played 35 minutes. And LeClaire, Logan, has also played 36 minutes. He's only sat for 4 minutes in this game, in a game that's been sucked back and forth, high-paced. You got to think that it's going to be wearing down soon with only a minute 50 to go. Or it's already probably hit them.
Yeah, probably. I mean, LeClaire still showing the same poise that he did in the first half, along with Booth. That fatigue, though, maybe setting in. To the luck of Oswego, though, maybe they do put one in here, using that press now on defense.
Here we go, inbound. It's going to be stolen by Foster, goes right at the rim, but he'll get fouled. What a inbound steal by Arthur Foster, and he'll go to the line. Big free throws, Logan. You have to make these down the stretch.
Without a doubt you do. Lakers on the game, sort of efficient on free throws, but not where you want to be. We saw those missed by Judd and company. So Foster, great steal right there. Great fast pace, great alertness, but you need to convert.
And you can see how tired Foster is. Hands on his knees. He's played 35 minutes tonight. He's been up and down the floor, running the transition, slamming it home. And he gets the inbound steal. He's 2 for 2 on the night. And it's good. The zeal, you could hear a pin drop on that free throw, Logan.
Yeah, that you can, as Foster needs all the focus in the world right here.
Makes the second. Big free throws from Arthur Foster. Lakers press. They're going to double team immediately. Evans will get double teamed by Foster. He slips, and they're going to call a foul on Foster. Maybe there's a little bit of a contact, but it kind of just looked like Pat Evans slipped there.
Yeah, that's a slight turn of the hip for Foster. It looks like the two collided in shoes, but nonetheless, Red Dragons, another chance to regain their lead right here.
We're tied at 70. We have been tied 16 times in this game.
Again.
Another steal by Foster, goes right at the rim, can't finish. Rebound by Bradley. Lakers will slow it down into the corner. Bradley, he's been hot. He can't get that one to go. I don't know about that one, Logan.
Yeah, and Foster, that you just needed to get that rebound. He just let Cortez stand right in front of him along with LeClaire. He did not try to get in front of his man right there to get the rebound. That might be the game decider.
A minute 15. Lakers in the 3-2 zone against the Red Dragons. A stop here is crucial. Cortez trying to find an opening in the zone. Here's Evans, drives, good pass to Cam LeClaire as the shot clock was winding down. Oneonta back up by 2. We're under a minute here in the Zeal. Chance of defense from Oneonta. Bradley off the screen. Watkins to McLean. McLean thought about the 3, won't take it. Needs to find somebody. Here's Judd. 8 on the shot clock. Great defense. Almost stolen. Foster drives into the lane, and he finishes at the rim. Arthur Foster. What a time for him. He's now up to 21 points on the day, and that's a new career high for Arthur Foster.
Just when you thought that Laker defensive fatigue was setting in, as LeClaire was able to get the easy layup on that end with not a lot of defenders on him. He just saw a straight run to the basket. But Foster not letting the fatigue get to him on the offensive end. The poise absolutely shows.
Foster gets into the teeth of the defense, makes the layup to tie the game. We have now 18 ties in this game between the Red Dragons and the Lakers. What a matchup. we have here in the zeal between these two teams, Logan. I mean, just the cinema, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it can't really get much more exciting than this right now at the Zeal on Tuesday night. Where else would you want to be as the Lakers try to get an advantage, but Oneonta tries to do so as well.
30 seconds left. What do you have to do if you're the Lakers to get a stop here?
I think, again, you utilize Foster to the best of his abilities. Put him on the man who was on the inbound. When they pass it in, just double team the man. Foster gets so many of those steals and is able to put it back up for the layup. That's what you want to do if you're the Lakers. And Judd, one of the team's centralized defensive engines, just needs to play to the best of his physical abilities and close out on his man, LeClaire, at all times.
And if you're Oneonta, you can't pass it into that corner where it's been stolen twice already. You have to get it to either the middle of the floor. That corner is the scariest part. It's in such an easy spot for teams to double team.
It really is.
And it's right there again. Cortez gets double teamed by Foster.
Lucky right there not to have that stolen.
22 seconds. They get it, cross half court, and they'll call a timeout. So they break the press of the Oswego State Lakers, and now they have a chance to win the game here in the Max Zeal Gymnasium, Logan.
Yeah, this one is absolutely nuts. Sort of dangerous decision to pass it into the corner, as you said, with how tenacious Foster and company have been on defense, but that's a good choice to call the timeout with Cortez heading the offensive charge there as you get it into the upcourt and take advantage of a Laker offense, Parker, that has been sort of vulnerable down the stretch here.
72 apiece, 18 ties, 20 lead changes in the Zeal between the Red Dragons and the Oswego State Lakers. It comes down to one final possession. And if you're the Red Dragons, Logan, who do you give the ball to?
I think you got to go back to LeClaire again. We know he's going to be hunting out Judd and other mismatches in the paint. We saw him drive on Bradley about 5 minutes ago and get the easy lay. If Bradley is in that same spot there again, down in the paint, you have to think they are feeding him in LeClaire. Obviously, again, the second piece is Booth. You have him on the corner. He's such a sharpshooter. So you can go to so many pieces on this Oneonta team who are able to score on multiple levels.
It will be Bradley, Watkins, McLean, Foster, and Judd into the Lakers. Cortez, Knox, Evans, Cohen, and LeClaire for Oneonta. 15 seconds for Oneonta to either come out victors and break the Lakers' winning streak of 8 here in the Zeal. 5 seconds. LeClaire being guarded by Foster. Baseline goes into the lane, and it's a wedgie. It's a wedgie. LeClaire went up for the shot, and it got stuck.
Oh my goodness! I don't think down this much crunch time we've ever seen that.
I can't. Wow.
0.4 seconds left. LeClaire with the drive. Good closeout defense by the Lakers on the corner, surrounding him as he was rounding that perimeter.
Oneonta got what they wanted. They got to LeClaire. Spin move, has 2 defenders on him, puts it up in the left side, and just gets stuck. I mean, I can't believe. I mean, this close that the game that happens. I mean, I think at this point now it goes to the Lakers. They're talking about it at the scorer's table.
I believe it's chalked up as an out of bounds on the Oneonta Red Dragons. As the Lakers, though, you have to think it's hard. No time for dribbles. No time for any silly games. You have to if in the event that the Lakers get the ball here, you have to think you're going to put up a shot right away, or at least an alley-oop off the inbound if you're the Lakers.
So the refs have come together and talked about what will happen. 1.2 has been put back on the game clock.
So maybe time for one dribble if you're either team who gets the ball. Absolutely no more than one quick dribble to try and get a shot off and get yourself in the right position with both teams right now in the huddle.
And that's huge for the Lakers. It was 0.4, less than a second, but now you have a full second and 0.2 of a second. Like you said, one dribble, that's all you can take. And just get it off and hope for a prayer. If it doesn't go in, you got overtime basketball.
Yeah, and you have to think Leon is reassessing what he's drawing up for a play right now as 0.8 of a second have been added to this game clock.
It will be... Oh, so, no, it stays with the Red Dragons.
Oh, so there's going to be Cortez on the corner right here, and also on the corner is another Oneonta Red Dragon. So watch for them to try to get a quick 3-ball off or an alley-oop.
And another timeout is called. I believe this time it will be called by Coach Jason Leon. And a couple times, Logan, we've seen tonight a defensive collapse on the inbound. That cannot happen right now, and I bet you Coach Leon is talking about that in the huddle.
Yeah, I mean, several times we have seen I know I mentioned LeClaire maybe 1,000 times in the last 5 minutes, but there's been so many times where LeClaire and other players have been freed up in the paint on account of Lakers' poor defense and poor coalition and cohesiveness, allowing Oneonta to really just get an easy basket. So if you're Lakers, you need to be on 10 toes right now.
1.2 left on the game clock.
And Cortez, maybe an underrated piece of this offense. Lakers have held him relatively quiet, Parker, just 2 points throughout this entire game, but we know his ability to shoot from the corner, so you cannot leave him open if he is on that side when you pass it in, along with Barber, who is on the opposing corner side.
If they do elect to shoot a 3, something working in the Lakers' favor is the Red Dragons are 1 of 7 from their last 3-point attempts. So if they do like to go for a 3, you like your chances of it not going in. But still, you need lockdown defense here on this inbound.
You do, and if it is a 3, expect it to be a contested one right here.
Pat Evans will be inbounding for the Red Dragons. Get it in. It's stolen by Clay. That's it for the second half. Wait. The ref is saying stop. As they're saying, one ref is saying time expire, and one ref is putting his hands up.
Maybe Lakers called the timeout after Judd.
Yeah. They are saying that Judd may have called a timeout after he stole the inbound pass. And now the refs are discussing it at midcourt, whether or not to give the Lakers a little bit more time.
Judd with an absolutely elite defensive play there. Some high IQ awareness, circling his offensive man and seeing where the ball is going to take it out of Oneonta hands.
Coach Leon is saying, no way. I can hear it up from here. I think he just wants to go into overtime because it's just so unlikely the Lakers are able to get a shot off and make it from half court, even 3/4 court.
Yeah, if anyone can do it, though, I think you have to go with Bradley. Parker Wright, 4 threes in the second half. He's just absolutely nasty from beyond the arc.
Coach Leon looks to be in kind of like disbelief that they haven't come up with a decision yet. And now they have, and they're going to say no shot or no timeout, as the ref indicated. So it will be overtime basketball on Tuesday night in the Zeal. Logan, 5 more minutes will be added to the clock. Here we go.
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait for these final 5 minutes to get underway. Visiting Oneonta, you have to think, though, so much fatigue has set in with both of these teams. We see that a lot down the stretch, contributing to some careless play. We just have to see which team maybe is more fatigued and which one wants it more than the other.
Yeah, talk about fatigued. I mean, McLean's played 31 minutes. Bradley's played 36. Judd's played 37. Foster with 36. On the Oneonta side, LeClaire's played 38. And Pat Evans has played 29. Nate Cohen's played 27. So Oneonta is probably not as fatigued as the Lakers, who have 4 guys that have eclipsed 30 minutes of action here in this one.
Yeah, we'll have to see what they draw up. We know Oneonta has been really efficient on offense as of late, getting those close up and easy shots. They've really went away from the 3-ball because they haven't been successful, so that's been a smart move that's been implemented by Cameron Conover, the head coach of the Red Dragons.
In the tip-off zone will be Judd and Cam LeClaire, number 23 and number 22.
It's a battle of Goliaths. We've seen them clash in the paint more times than not this game.
Judd wins the tip, as he did to start the game, and he wins the tip again. Watkins over to Bradley. 5 minutes have been added. Here's Bradley, gets to the lane, and he finishes on the left side. Great drive there by Stephen Bradley.
That's Bradley's tenacity. He's not just a shooter from deep. He can score on multiple levels.
He's up to 19 points now. Out to Pat Evans. His three ball is long. Rebounded by Bradley.
In the first 35 seconds or so have turned fruitful for the Lakers in this overtime period.
This is the Lakers' second overtime game of the season. Their first was against SUNY Cortland in Cortland, and that game went into double overtime where the Lakers lost. Now get a chance to redeem themselves here. Bradley wide open, pump fake, takes the three, and he hits it! What a shot by Stephen Bradley.
You cannot stop him. He's absolutely electric from downtown.
22 points for Stephen Bradley. His fourth made three of the game. What a big shot to put the Lakers up by 5.
That New York City poise on full display.
Nate Cohen looking to respond. That's long. Another missed shot by the Red Dragons. McLean trying to feed Judd. Knocks on him. He has 4 fouls. Has to be careful. You can see the way he's playing defense. No foul. Great defense there by Knox with 4 fouls.
Knox with a good defensive possession there, not allowing himself to get too physical to acquire the 5th foul.
Lakers in the 3-2 zone again. That's been good against the Red Dragons tonight. Knox drives baseline. He'll get a foul on Judd. It will be on the floor. So it will stay with the Red Dragons, and it will be an inbound play.
Oswego has the momentum right now with a 5-point lead. 2:53 to go. Things have turned their way so far in this overtime period.
Oneonta has not scored in the last 3 minutes, and that includes regulation. Nick Cortez at deep 3, and that's long. Offensive rebound, though. Cohen, 3, no good. Foster gets that one. And it's almost stolen. Watkins will have it. Lakers get across the midcourt, and now they'll slow it down.
Foster making up for the team's inability to close out on that first attempt at a rebound.
Foster loses it, a costly turnover. Cortez with Bradley chasing, and he finishes. Great transition by the 5'7" guard.
And as we've said this entire game, Lakers' transition defense has been sort of poor as opposed to their good transition offense.
Oswego leads by 3. Inside to Judd. Knox stoles it, but he saves it, but it's going to go back to the Lakers. No travel is called. It looked like Judd walked, but he misses it either way. Another stop by the Red Dragons. Baseline to Cam LeClaire, and he finishes, and now Oneonta is back in within 1.
LeClaire just had all the space in the world to make the cut from the corner there for whatever reason that the Lakers did not close out on him and follow him on the transition to the basket.
Defensive chance from the Oneonta faithful that have traveled to Oswego as they trail by 1. Inside to Judd. Great strip by Cortez, but they're going to say that it was a foul on Cortez, and that will be his 3rd foul.
Risky pass by McLean there. Could have easily been stolen by Cortez.
They're going to say that actually Judd, or never mind, it will be Lakers ball. I thought it was going to be Oneonta basketball. It is the Lakers ball. They'll go into Foster. Shot clock winding down. Gary McLean has to put one up. It's short. Rebounded by Foster. He saves it to Watkins. Great effort by Foster. Judd can't corral the pass. A costly turnover for the Lakers. Under a minute to go in the Zeal. big offensive possession for the Red Dragons. Could take the lead here. Lakers still in the zone. Cortez drives, pulled up Jay is good. The Red Dragons have the lead.
And again, no one closing out on Cortez in the mid-range. He had all the space to his left, to his right, behind him, in front of him to take that shot.
Cortez had 2 points coming in overtime, and he has 4 here in the overtime period. McLean driving. Good defense by the Red Dragons, trying to find somebody. This could be a 5-second. No 5-second is called. Oneonta calling for that. And they're going to get it, an illegal screen instead, a makeup call. And that's going to be Deacon Judd's 3rd foul. And now the Lakers are in a situation looking where they have to foul.
Yeah, a 6-0 run by the Red Dragons, and Oswego is quickly falling apart in this overtime. We talked about it. You have to think this fatigue is settling in with Foster right here. Down to the wire. Foster obviously is fatigued on this one.
The Lakers have 3 players that have played 41 minutes here in this one. McLean will foul. It will be Hobson Herlihy that gets fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot a pair. Has not been to the free throw line tonight. Only 3 points on the night. Big free throws here. Herlihy's first free throw is good, and that's big as it was a 1-and-1. Substitutions. Knox will come back in for the Red Dragons. The crowd is quiet for the opposing Red Dragons, and he misses. Herlihy goes 1 for 2 at the line. Lakers have a chance to win the game. 10 seconds. Foster out to McLean. Pump fake. Takes the 3. It's no good. It's rebounded by Pat Evans. And that might do it for the Oswego State Lakers. McLean had good of a chance as you're going to get, Logan. Wide open 3. Just couldn't hit it.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate for McLean. He lined it up really well. Faked out his defender on the fake and then got a good shot, but unfortunately missed. After all that has happened, you're still hopeful though for the Lakers if Oneonta misses one of these.
Pat Evans, the sophomore from Staten Island, makes the first free throw, and that is huge. This second free throw will basically end it for the Lakers. They have 1 timeout left. Pat Evans at the free throw line. Gets it to go. And that just about does it for the Lakers. McLean throws up a prayer, and it's no good. It's short, and the Lakers lose at home against the Oneonta Red Dragons, 81-77 in overtime. The Lakers were held scoreless in the last 4 minutes of the game, and Oneonta comes into the Zeal and gets a huge win against the Oswego State Lakers.
Yeah, and Oneonta now taking sole possession of first place in the SUNY with the 81-77 victory over these home squad Lakers. Coach Cameron Conover has coached this program to absolute stardom. They're 9-6 overall, but as we saw today, much better than their record indicates.
The Lakers were on an 8-game winning streak coming into this one, and that is snapped by the Red Dragons, who, like you said, Logan, have now taken first place in the SUNY. They went on the road and they beat Cortland. They went on the road today and they beat Oswego to take the #1 spot in the SUNY standings. And the first game between these two teams, you would think the Lakers at home were going to put on a show and come out with a win, but instead it's Oneonta who puts on a show, comes into the Zeal, and takes the win.
Yeah, and I think you have to put a lot of the credit on both Booth and Leclerc. You can't talk about them enough as Oneonta's two biggest offensive beneficiaries, able to score at their own will, as Oswego just let off the gas pedal on defense there down in the crunch time stages. And as you said, Parker, it's hard. Again, they went into the Whitney T. Corey Gymnasium in Cortland and downed the Red Dragons. Now coming to a high-pressure environment at the Maxfield Gymnasium and taking down the Oswego State Lakers to capture their 6th road win of the season, 9th overall, and improved to 7-1 in the SUNY. You have to think they are gunning for that SUNY championship this year.
The Lakers are now fall to 12-3 on the season, 6-2 in the SUNY, and they were 7-1 at home coming into this one, and now they fall to 7-2 at home. Just a tough loss. Arthur Foster led the way with 21, and on Oneonta's side, 17 from Booth, 17 from Leclerc, and 17 from Cohen. A tough loss. The Lakers' next game will be Friday against Buffalo State in Buffalo, and for the Oneonta Red Dragons, it will be Friday against Plattsburgh. That's going to do it for us on WTOP 10. I'm Parker Voris, alongside me Logan Weingartner, signing off. Have a good night, everybody.